So subhanAllah, you make istikhara and you don't get the result that you want. Now, I made istikhara before I married that man, and he's a horrible man. 5 years into this, I'm thinking I may need to just divorce him. Allah, why? I made istikhara. Don't even think about the fact that you made istikhara. Just think, why am I married to this man? Why did I make such a horrible decision? You need to think, when you make istikhara, forever after that, think of any result from that istikhara, this is better for you. And if you say why and I wish I hadn't, then you're saying I don't trust Allah's decision. Because Allah made that decision for you. Allah chose that for you. He allowed it to happen because you said, you know and I don't know. You have power and I have no power. Choose for me the one that's best in this life and in the next. You told Allah to do that. So 10 years, 20 years from now, don't say I made a mistake. You didn't make a mistake. He's a horrible man, but you did not make a mistake. You have to realize that. When you make istikhara, it's not a mistake from you. It's not a mistake from Allah, a'udhu billah. It's the best thing. That trial is the best thing. Sometimes we need it. And always in this life is ibtila. It's one trial after another trial after another trial. Subhanallah. It is impossible, 100% impossible, that your decision was wrong if you make istikhara. You have to keep that in your mind. If you made istikhara, it is what? It's what? It's Allah's decision as to what happens. So it being wrong is impossible. Completely impossible. Did you expect a perfect life? SubhanAllah. Making the class a little bit shorter today. Truths I want to leave you with. Number one, Allah knows the outcome of all choices and its benefits, no matter how we feel about it. This is a truth. Every choice, its problems and its benefits, okay? Allah knows them. And He's choosing best on what's best for you. And it doesn't matter what you think or what you want. What matters is what's best for you. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says what means, and perhaps you love a thing and it's bad for you, and Allah knows while you know. Maybe you love something. I love the idea of a perfect marriage. I didn't get it. I love this, but that's not for me. That is not what Allah wants for me. Allah wants what I have. Had I something different, there's a good possibility that I'd be heading for Jahannam. Because you don't know. We had a brother in South Carolina. He's a mechanic for Mercedes and BMWs and high-class cars. In Kuwait, it makes a good living. In America, it makes a fantastic living. People who work with their hands make a lot of money. And if you work for the high-class things, you make a whole lot more money. This guy used to have money backwards and forwards, lots of money. All of a sudden, he left his job. You see this guy walking around the masjid, and anybody who has, you need an oil change, you need anything done with your car, I'll do it for $5, I'll do it for $10. Just change, petty change here and there. And this is what he started to live from. And after a few months of this, one of the brothers came to him and said, you had a great job. You were making fantastic money. You were living in a big house. Why did you leave your job? Why are you working in the masjid for, just a few pennies here and there? He said, because I realized that when I have money, my deen goes away. When I have money, I start to do more haram. He said, so I stopped working to have the extra money. Now I'm just working to live, because I noticed that I cannot be good if I have a lot of money. SubhanAllah. He noticed this on his own. Some of us, we don't notice. There was a man, normal guy, grew up in Kuwait, old guy, okay? So when he was young, he was literally living in the time of the kandari. You know the kandari? They were carrying 2 kenders, 2 things of water on each side, and they come into the houses, they pour it into the holding tank, and then they leave and they mark, how much water you got. This was the life he was living. He was a Kandari. I don't know if he actually was one from the people who were carrying it, but he was in that time where people came to his house and the water that he had was the water in this well. So subhanAllah, he went from that. Kuwait got money. Kuwait, and he was, mashallah, a very religious young guy. And he was in the masjid all the time, and he started working with dawah and doing all kinds of stuff. With time, Kuwait got money, Kuwait got the oil, everybody's starting to get some wealth together, move forward 20, 30 years, the guy's got some money in his pocket, but he wants more, so he starts doing business deals, working in the stock market. He ends up with 3 million dinar. And someone tells him, stop. He's like, no, I need more. When I get to 30 million, I'll stop. A few months later, he has 30 million dinar. They're like, stop. And as they saw him gaining wealth, what was he doing? He was gaining in haram as well. His personality changed. Dawah, forget it. I'm doing business. Masjid, don't have time for it. His deen went down, down, down as the money went up. He reached 300 million dinar. SubhanAllah. And in one day, he lost it all. In one day, he lost it all. The money changed him, changed his deen. SubhanAllah. We have to think, if we have the thing that we really desire, is that going to be best for us in this life and the next, or is it just going to be good for us in this life? Or is it even going to increase our problems in this life? Some people, they get money, and maybe they're okay, but they lose their children. Their child has money. You're giving him money. He's going out. He's got all this extra money. Oh, let me try drugs. Let me try alcohol. Let me get a girl. Let me get a guy. They change. Because you may not change, but your family may change. You may destroy your family by getting what you want. Allah knows this. So Allah keeps it away from you. Allah keeps it away from you. We know things that our children don't, right? And when we make decisions based on what we know. I'll give you another example. My mother wasn't a Muslim. Alhamdulillah, now she is. But she wasn't. And in that time, my mother was eating, this is a long time ago, she was eating a ham and cheese sandwich. And my children saw her, my Muslim children. And when somebody's eating something and a child sees it, what does the child do? I want it. Please, Grandma, please. And my grandma's like, no, you can't eat this. No, Mama, Grandma, it looks good, it smells good. No, you can't eat this. It has, pork in it. It's like, what's pork? It's okay. They're little kids, they have no clue. She keeps it from them, and they start crying. Why? Because they don't know. They don't know that they are Muslims, and they don't eat pork. Now, they know, but in that time, they don't know. So you as the adult have the responsibility to protect them from something they don't know, correct? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, compared to us, His knowledge, His power, is incomparable. We cannot compare. It's not the power and the knowledge of a parent over a child. It's multiplied to an amount that we don't even understand. Allah knows everything. So when we say to Him, make the decision for me, He's making it best for us, right? So we shouldn't be crying. We shouldn't be sad. We should face the situation that Allah has given us, use our mind and our heart, and go forward. Do what's best in front of Allah. This is what you're supposed to do.